Look at this. I think we just pulled the gunman out of the window.
FBI! Drop the gun!
Don't shoot!
Hands on heads! You're hereby charged with the murder of Lee Harvey Oswald, who valiantly tried to foil your attempt to assassinate the president. Thanks, Mr. Oswald, the president is alive but wounded.
What is that? Some kind of weapon? Kick it over here.
Nice one, Kreitz.
Where are we? It says 1966. I must have prodded us forward 3 years.
At least it'll give us time to analyze the original error.
Hey, there's nobody here. The entire city's deserted.
I don't understand it. All we did was save Kennedy's life.
Is that bad? What kind of a dude was he?
He was a fine man.
Look!
Can you get anything for us from his scent?
Male. Mid-30s. Last meal? A salt beef sandwich with extra mayo and a gherkin. Smoker. Starched shirt. Probably married.
Eric White. Single, vegetarian, and chairman of the Anti-Smoking League.
I bet I'm right about the gherkin, though.
Looks like he was trampled to death in some kind of stampede.
Just processing. I'll reroute the results through my chest monitor.
President Kennedy was impeached in 1964 for sharing a mistress with mafia boss Sam Giancana.
It was the biggest scandal in American history. Kennedy was sentenced to 3 years in an open prison in July '65. J. Edgar Hoover became president. He was forced to run by the mob, who had pictures of him at a transvestite orgy.
So America had a president controlled by the mafia.
Soon after his election, the USSR were allowed to install a nuclear base in Cuba in return for mafia cocaine trafficking between Cuba and the States. With a Soviet nuclear base 30 miles from the US mainland, people fled from all the major cities.
So am I right in thinking there's a chance I could get a major nuclear explosion all over this suit? Because I'm telling you guys, that stuff does not dry clean.
Back to Starbug.
Starbug isn't there. It doesn't exist.
What?
How come?
Best guess, Kennedy's impeachment in '64 traumatized the American nation, allowing the USSR to win the space race. In this reality, it was probably the Russians who were the first to land on the moon.
So we're marooned.
How was I supposed to know a chicken vindaloo was going to cause all this?
But you guys said Kennedy was a great prez.
He was.
He was also an inveterate womanizer. His affairs were legendary. They never came out when he was alive.
Every man has his weak spot, his Achilles heel.
Kennedy's was just higher up.
If I knew this was going to happen, I would have had an egg sarnie and finished the Shinzano. Crichton, what have I done, man?
Well, you've brought the 20th century to the very brink of extinction, sir. Gum?
What is wrong with you? Where is your compassion? You've got about as much warmth as a service station chip. That's right, you've got no behaviour protocols, have you?
And you thought causality didn't matter? Every action we take has trillions of implications. How come you forgot that?
Oh, I didn't forget, sir. I just didn't care. I've got no guilt.
How can the same guy be an icon in one reality and a criminal in the next for doing exactly the same things?
In one reality, he wasn't caught.
Yeah, but was he a good guy or not a good guy?
Both.
But somewhere along the way, just like me, he disabled his guilt chip and discarded his behavior protocols. Power corrupts.
Is that true? Can you be two things simultaneously?
Take you, sir. In some ways, you're bright, sensitive, and caring. In other ways, you're an irresponsible, curry-obsessed moron.
Thanks, Crane.